Morning everyone, and welcome back to the channel from quite a hectic Barwick in Elmet near Leeds. Seems to be, I've come quite early, but everybody seems to be up before me doing the building works and driving. A few people driving like loonies through the village. The reason I'm here today is to do day 2 of the Leeds Country Way. If you remember last time we finished near to Manston Lane in Cross Gates. I had intended parking down that end and walking back up to Barwick in today's circular walk, but I couldn't get anywhere to park due to a lot of roadworks that's going on. So I'm actually having to do the walk kind of backwards. I've started from Barwick. Still going to be a circular walk. I'm going to walk down through the fields to the place we ended the Leeds Country Way last time, and then walk back up to Barwick. So it's a nice walk and a nice morning. The map says the footpath is in about another 2 or 3 houses. I see it. Breathes big sigh of relief as he reaches open countryside due to what seems to be some strange social anxiety about walking through other people's villages that I've had all my life, which is really bad for a YouTuber. And I was watching YouTube last night, and the YouTubers, they really don't care, do they, who they get in? They really don't. I'm still learning the art of sticking a camera up in public. Anyway, we've got about 2 miles across the fields to get back to where we finished the Leeds Country Way in the last episode, and then it'll be Leeds Country Way all the way back to Barwick. So the weather, it's the first week in March, it's frosty and it's 0 degrees. It actually feels like the first week in March. Although, as you can see, we have had months now of unseasonably warm weather and months of rain, but at least for this morning it really does feel like the last few weeks of winter, and should feel. And I do consider this as winter I know some people, the weathermen keep telling us the 1st of March is meteorological spring. But for me, spring starts on the spring solstice. And what about you? Let me know in the comments. Does spring begin on the 1st of March or the 21st? As I said in the last walk, I did a podcast of this about 2 or 3 years ago now. I started the Leeds Country Way, only got as far as Golden Acre Park. So if you actually want to listen to the podcast, I'll drop it in the link. Drop the link in the description below. But for now, I'm going to stop waffling and take you through some quite pretty countryside, very close to the city of Leeds, on a stunning late winter's morning. Hope you enjoy it. So about halfway now between Barwick and Manston Lane. If you remember last time we started in Garforth, we walked down as far as Manston Lane, and then today we're going to walk from there up to Barwick in Elmet. I'm going to take quite a zigzaggy route through the fields to get there, because it is pleasant scenery and there are quite nice views. For most of the walk you can't actually see Leeds, just little sections. So we're going to take a zigzaggy route to get there. Walk down towards Garforth Golf Club, double back, go through Bamboo Woods, and then we'll pick up the way and we'll head back to Barwick in Elmet. It's so pleasant and so still. There is the motorway, if you remember in the last video, which is about 2 miles away, and the noise from that is constant. If it wasn't for that, it would be complete silence. I've heard a skylark, and in places the mist just seems to be starting to burn off. With the sun. As I say, it's easy to get upset and stressed out over what's happening in the world, and big business and governments, they're destroying the planet little by little. That's my view. But when I'm out on a morning like this, I do try to put that out of my mind and just enjoy the moment. I just take a look at this. You hear the skylark? He just cranked it up a notch when I mentioned its name. And I think in one of the recent videos I was saying that blackthorn, I can't speak this morning, I was saying one of the blackthorn hedges was blossoming and that they flowered before the leaves came on, and that with hawthorn you could expect the flowers after the leaves. And here they are, March the 3rd or 4th, and the hedgerows are coming alive. It's a little bit odd walking in fog and mist. It's really nice, but you lose all sense of distance, or I do, and because I know this area, I'm not checking the map every 2 minutes, and it looks like we're already at Garforth Golf Club at the trees, so we'd almost be back at a start point. We'd just follow the path through the golf club and bring us out at the gate where we ended the last walk. But I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to double back across the field to our right and take us through some pleasant woods. But yeah, you do. These trees just came up out of nowhere. What a day. What an absolutely incredible morning. Oh yeah, it's clearing. There's blue skies. I've not seen that before. There's like a culvert running along here, but it seems to be covered all the way down. That's unusual. That's where we've come from. This is where we're going. To hear the skylarks reminds me of those baking hot spring days. And you can just sit back and watch that miraculous little bird as it flies higher and higher and higher, singing its heart out. Anyway, as always, with upwards inclines, I will see you at the top. You can just see skulls where we're going. We walk along the lane, come out at Skulls, and then go back to Barwick, which is the other side of that clump of trees and the farm that's on the hill that you can see. Don't know anything about that farm, but the way it's built on the hill, you imagine it's been a settlement there forever, don't you? Because it does seem like the ideal place to build your home. And then across there through the trees would be towards Aberford, the A1, the M1, A1M, sorry, get it right. And then beyond the trees there would be the golf club and then Garforth. So this little section of woodland, it brings us out onto, I call it Bog Lane, I'm not sure if that's the right name for it. It's actually the course of the Leeds Country Way as well. So we're making our way back to where we ended last week. So we will come this way again, but we'll go to the right. Actually, we probably won't come this way. So the Leeds Country Way continues up there, comes out in Skulls. But there is a little detour I'll probably take on the way back. Might be a bit muddy, but it's a nice section of path. So where we ended now is about 5 minutes walk down here. I'm just going to take you through the woods to get there. Lovely old ash tree, not a very big one, just on the right here. Every time I come here with my friends, I try to take a photo of it in a different light. Asher, as you may or may not know, suffering terribly in the UK at the moment with ash dieback. But I have noticed on the walk this morning quite a few young ones in the hedgerows. So that's where we'll be coming up in about half an hour's time, and that's the Springs big shopping centre, and then Thorpe Park, big office complex. On the right here, behind this hedge, is the site of Barnbow Hall. If you looked at it from above, it's a little hedged in area, maybe 50-60 feet by 50-60 feet. And Barnbow Hall was their country residence in the distant past. I'm guessing with this as its front lawn, which isn't so bad. I think it fell into disrepair in maybe the 19th century, but it's not been here for a long time. And the area in the valley that's all wooded that you can see, that's the site of the former World War I munitions factory. So this is the extent of the hall where we've just walked up to there. I've been in to see if there's any signs of any old buildings or anything. It's just all scrub and trees. So if you don't know anything about it, let me know in the comments. That's Barnbow Wood that you can see in the distance. It's been there a long time, don't know quite who owns it. Some friends have suggested it's owned by the City Council, but it's on old maps. I've looked at old maps from the early 20th century, researching the ordnance factory, and the wood's clearly on the maps from then. Here we are. They are lovely. So I thought while we were here, we'd take one last winter stroll, because it's all going to kick off in here, I think, in a nature sense, in a few weeks from now. And that bare canopy will be gone. There's a whole little grouping of Scots pines at this bottom end of the wood, and they run up this, all the way up this city side of the wood. East Leeds Orbital Road there. Watch that bridge being constructed over the Cockbeck over about 3 years. So this was, we're actually in what was the factory now. It's an incredible story. World War One, what a tragic event. But the British needed shells, and they built a factory here from scratch. In no time at all, and worked round the clock. It was a 20-some thousand staff, mostly women. They built a railway station nearby, came in every day, and they built millions upon millions upon millions of shells for the war effort. And then they moved out, and as far as I know, it's just been left since. Blimey, it's wet. Wish I'd left my over trousers on. We're back where we ended the walk last week. So we'll head out once again on the Leeds Country Way towards Barwick in Elmet. That eventually takes you all the way to Aberford. That's where we came last week. That takes you into Cross Gates, and this is, I think the sign up there should say Public Bridle Way, but it's the Leeds Country Way, which is, so we're back on it, and we're heading to Barwick in Elmet. So the lane's like this now, goes all the way to Scholes. And any time of the year I think it's a great time to to do the Leeds Country Way. Spring, summer and autumn. It's just that winter, it's just really muddy. Just been up this hill once. So as you can see, I'm back where I've turned off the track. The Leeds Country Way just carries on straight down there. But there's a little detour through these fields that I really like, and I haven't been on for a while. You can see what was Bamboo Hall there, the size of it. This little detour just brings us back out onto the track we were on anyway. The highest ground around is just across that field. There's supposed to be a trig point. I was went to see if I can find it, but I couldn't. I think it might have been demolished and ploughed in. If you know differently, let me know in the comments. So if you don't know the area, thought has just occurred to me, and you ever wonder about the geography, walking in this anti-clockwise direction around the Leeds Country Way, south to north, north to south, the city in the city centre, and that 6 miles to City Square will always be on our left, and open countryside and nature should be on our right. But as you'll see as we progress round, that will always be the case, because even when the way was devised, there were like Leeds and Bradford and Leeds and Wakefield, were Leeds and Gilderson, Dewsbury, were all very close together. So there are areas where you feel as if you're walking through the city. It seemed like a good idea, but so you can see Skulls there, and then where the houses end, the road continues into Leeds, and where the flats are, that's Stanks and Swarcliffe. They're there. What I've also seen nesting in this field in the spring, and I think it looks like there's a pair of them lower down. I think the lapwings. Oh, they're there. I think, I'm not sure. I did see a lapwing nesting in here a couple of years back. Yeah, I think they are lapwings. I can hear them. As of course you can hear and can you see the skylark? Oh, this is better. Yeah, I think the trig point was supposed to be up there somewhere. Could never find it. Anyway, in the links I will drop, in the description, I will drop links to the East Leeds Orbital Walk, the East Leeds Orbital Road Drive, that's the road you can see in the distance. I'll drop links to the podcast that I did in this area a couple of years back, and I'll drop a link to the part 1 of this new series around the Leeds Country Way. But as hard going as that was, it was quite a thrill crossing that field, because the skylarks sung for most of the way across, and I saw a pair of lapwings that I know have nested there previously, so nice positive signs. So the path there, I'll take you back to the city. Bamboo Wood, I think, in the distance, and our path now takes us back to the lane that we were on, and onto Skulls. So that's where we would have come. Would have taken us about 5 minutes. And this is where we're going. So we are now at a road junction, simply known as the coronation tree, because it was that's a tree that was planted for coronation. Left takes you to Leeds, right to Barwick and Aberford, and then the road straight ahead. That would take you to the A64 and eventually to Thorn. Well, that's the coronation tree, planted to commemorate the coronation of King Edward VII. That's funny, wasn't he only king for about 30 or 40 days. I think this is Skulls allotments. And thankfully we seem to be on, well, we are on much higher ground now than when we were down near the golf club and down near the start of today's section of the Country Way. And fingers crossed, it might be a little bit dry. But not far now. Skulls and Barwick are quite close to each other. You could walk along the footpath in maybe 10 minutes. So we just walk now parallel to the road. And that will be it for today. I can go home and warm up. Because now the mist has gone, the wind's got up, and it's fair chilly. It has been lovely today though, muddy, but look. Nice little cane. And our first, is that our first sign? Tell us we're actually on the Leeds Country Way. So we're heading towards Barwick now. It's not far, maybe 10 minutes, and the way continues in a sort of northerly direction across to the far horizon. Blimey. That's where we've just come from. You can see the maypole in the distance. There. And the church. Well worth coming to if you ever get a chance. A maypole, it gets taken down every 3 years. Take it down at Easter, I think on the Monday. And they put it back up on the Whitsuntide Monday, and it's a fun thing to watch. And at the end of it all, I don't know if they still do it. Let me know in the comments. As a young person from the village is selected to climb to the top and spin the weather vane. Nearly back at the my start point now. So bring the chat to an end. Say thanks for watching. If you like the video, do give it a big thumbs up. If you like this kind of content or any of the other content, have any comments at all to make about the channel, feel free to do so. I'll try and get back to you. If you do like it, do consider subscribing. I used to hear YouTubers saying this. I wondered what the significance was, but something like 96% or 76%, I can't remember, of people who watch my channel aren't subscribed, and even if half of those subscribe to the channel, I'd have thousands of subscribers, which would be brilliant. And it's completely free to subscribe, and you can unsubscribe at any time when you get sick of hearing me bang it on. But for now, thanks for joining me on this utterly fantastic late winter morning. It truly is good to be alive, and I'll see you next time. Cheerio.